Hong Kong has been facing an expatriate exodus since the pro-democracy protests in 2019 and the pandemic, and some of the expats living there have felt the changes.
Especially people who had children, like, you remember the schools here were online for quite a long period, and people felt that wasn't healthy for their kids. So they decided they would go back to where they were from for their education. Well, it affects, I've known places near where I live where they closed, like noodle shop that I would go to is closed, or, that sort of thing.
You can do whatever you want. You can work over here in every section. You can have your own mind, and it's absolutely not the way how the media is telling us. Therefore, and I love Hong Kong, and it's a beautiful place because my whole interests are over here.
Businesses like restaurants and yoga companies felt the pinch. But the expats are coming back, only that there are more mainland Chinese than before.
Our target audience in the beginning was people much like ourselves, expats working and living in Hong Kong, as well as locals who live here, ABCs as you call them, quite a few. A lot has changed in the past few years, especially after the pro-democracy protests and the pandemic. We felt a lot of the expats, especially the higher end ones, big bankers, lawyers, there was a mass exodus to neighboring countries, especially Singapore, to name a few. And since then, the demographics completely changed. The mainland market is quite important now. In Hong Kong, we find there's a lot more mainland visitors. Especially during Golden Week, we found a big change because at our bar, the Pontiac, we accept Alipay and WePay, and we could see a big change in numbers and transactions using those portals during that time. So I think a lot of businesses here are investing more in that because it's the reality of the matter.
Prashna Yoga has been operating since 2008 and primarily caters to expats. It's also been affected. The number of expat students have halved, and to cut costs, the studio has reduced its monthly classes from 80 to 72.
I started actually Chinese advertisements also we are working on it. I'm planning to change my website to one part is going to be in Chinese as well. That work also going on. So we are working on it. Slowly we will move out. So websites and IG or Facebook, whatever we are going to post, we will be adding the Chinese part as well. For me, every customer is customer. I don't point out this one or that one like that. For me, I need my mat have to be filled.
Invest Hong Kong is a department of the Hong Kong government responsible for foreign direct investment. It explained that the influx of mainland expats is largely due to talent schemes introduced by the government to attract talent for 51 professions. The majority of successful applicants come from mainland China.
So predominantly because of the tech nature, the earlier applicants were, a lot of them were actually from either mainland China or they may have been actually ethnic Chinese, but from US. That we have seen. A lot of them used to maybe work in Silicon Valley or other places, but they now see the opportunities of technology in Hong Kong and in the Greater Bay Area, and a lot of them are from there. Now, but from the beginning of this year, we have seen now, again, I'm happy to say, more other nationalities coming back in. One country, two system is not only about business and law. They are aspiring to an international lifestyle and international opportunities, which is why they would want to come to Hong Kong. Otherwise, why move here?
While some question how cosmopolitan Hong Kong can remain amid the changes, one thing is certain: it is a city of immigrants.